How does a bankruptcy discharge affect reaffirming a debt? Have you ever wondered what happens to your debts after a bankruptcy discharge? Today, we will break down how a bankruptcy discharge impacts reaffirming a debt. When you file for bankruptcy, a discharge eliminates your legal obligation to pay most debts included in your case. This means you are no longer responsible for those debts. However, if you want to keep paying a specific debt after the discharge, you need to enter into a reaffirmation agreement before the discharge is granted. Once your bankruptcy discharge is finalized, you can no longer reaffirm any debts. This is a critical point to remember. If you do not reaffirm a debt before the discharge, it is discharged, and you cannot go back to it later. Reaffirming a debt means you are voluntarily agreeing to repay all or part of that debt, even though it has been discharged. This creates a new contract with the creditor. Many people choose to reaffirm debts to keep secured property, like a car or a home. If you do not reaffirm, the creditor may repossess that property. To make a reaffirmation agreement valid, it must be filed with the bankruptcy court and approved before your discharge. There are some important details to consider when reaffirming a debt. First, you must be fully informed about the terms of the reaffirmation agreement. This includes understanding the amount owed, the payment schedule, and the risks involved, such as losing the property if payments are missed. The court will review your reaffirmation agreement to ensure it does not impose undue hardship on you. This is especially important if you are not represented by a lawyer. You also have the right to rescind or cancel a reaffirmation agreement within 60 days after it is filed with the court. This gives you some protection if you feel the reaffirmation was not a wise choice. It is essential to understand that reaffirming a debt legally obligates you to repay it. If you fail to make those payments, the consequences can be similar to what you faced before bankruptcy. This includes repossession or foreclosure. If you reaffirm a debt, it is not discharged in bankruptcy, meaning you remain liable for it even after your case ends. In practical terms, reaffirmation allows you to keep secured property by agreeing to continue making payments. However, it also means you lose the protection of discharge for that debt. Therefore, it is important to carefully consider your ability to make payments and the risks involved before reaffirming any debt. Consulting with a bankruptcy attorney can help you understand the implications and ensure the reaffirmation agreement is fair and manageable.